What's up, folks? I'm Private Hudson and I am exhausted. I worked 6 days in a row. Thursday night after work, I went to go see The Predator, the premiere in theaters, which wasn't a great movie. I would say it's certainly watchable. I think it's better than the Danny Glover and Adrian Brody shit show that we had before, but it's not a particularly great movie. Then Saturday on my day off, went to go to the A Video Game Con. That's what they're calling it, A Video Game Con in New Jersey. And that's what mostly this video is about. Um, and it was a pretty spectacular event. Compared to the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, there were some uh, things here that were better, some things that were worse. Things that were better were like the panelists, but then again, that's a pretty biased opinion. I came here mostly just to see Adam Korlik, and so that was great. Um, it only took about 3 hours for me. Basically, you take a train to Port Authority, then you take a bus there to New Jersey. It's like a 20-minute bus ride. Um, Half of which was spent waiting in traffic at the Lincoln Tunnel, which was fine. Getting back was a pain in the ass, though. Not as bad as the Long Island one, because this one, here we were waiting for an hour and a half for the bus, which was fucking ridiculous. We got out at like 9 o'clock, and the bus came at 10:30 p.m., an hour and a half later, which was fucking ridiculous. I'm pretty sure if we walked to the fucking edge of New Jersey, dropped into the fucking river and swam through it, we would have gotten back to Manhattan faster. But that's not the fault of the convention, that's just the fault of public transport. So I'm not deducting any points for that. What I will deduct from was, I mean, it was a spectacular event, like the Long Island one. Just some of these arcades that they had there were like broken. The Area 51 arcade, which I fucking loved. I played the shit out of it back in when Funtime USA was around. That was broken. Super Hang-On was broken. Like Double Dragon was broken. Mario Brothers, the left like joystick was broken. I don't know if people broke it or if they came broken, but that was disappointing. And a good portion of other arcades were just like too modern for my tastes. I mean, they had like a couple of DDR things, which I don't give a shit about. Then they had some like keyboard, some pianist thing. I don't give a shit about that either. I'm more into the old stuff. And like the free play area too. Well, um, like the consoles, they had them behind like cages and shit. So you'd have like a Sega Dreamcast that's sitting in a cage locked with a fucking key and everything, so you like couldn't open it. I mean, the Long Island one was completely different because there I was having a good old drink and playing some really rare ass system with nobody giving a shit. But here, everything was like fucking locked up and kept away. Which does make sense. I mean, they had some rare systems out there like the PCFX, Amiga CD32, which was not working. I really wanted to play that shit, but it wasn't working. The controller wasn't working, or I don't know. They had one game and there was Microcosm. I think it also came out for like the 3DO and Sega CD, but it wasn't working. And yeah, so they had those locked behind cages, and also there was no alcohol, which was kind of unfortunate. I don't know why, but like video games and beer, they kind of go together, especially at a convention, since most people like spend the whole day there. At when it comes late, people want to unwind, have a little drink, play some games. That's like the perfect time, especially since the vendor room closed at 7 p.m., but the convention was still open until 11 p.m. So by denying us access to buy more games from the vendors, you're leaving us with panels, some that we don't care about. Well, especially me. I didn't care about the ones that were left. And like your broken arcades and stuff like that. But with that aside, it was a pretty awesome event. I did meet Corey Marshall, who's the voice actor for Ryo Hazuki for Shenmue. He autographed my Dreamcast copy of Shenmue and my Xbox copy of Shenmue 2. Met Adam Korlik. They both had a panel together. That was just a dream come true. Like Adam was amazing, Corey's amazing. These people are just amazing people. And at these events, I lose it. I'm just like social anxiety kicks in. I get nervous. I get worried. It's just hard to talk, but these people are pretty awesome. Um, yeah. Um, Metal Jesus' friends, Radical Reggie, John Hancock, John Riggs had a panel together. That was great. Then there was another Shenmue panel. So we get there. It was like 12 o'clock or something. Um, we just browsed around briefly. Met Adam, met Corey, got the autographs, then browsed around a little bit until the Corey panel started. It was basically like 3 panels in a row. But by the time we were done, it was 4 o'clock, and that's finally when I'm like, all right, there's more panels that I'm really interested in, but I gotta get some fucking shopping done. And because, vendor room's closing at 7, so it gives me 3 hours. And from that point on, we went and I bought some stuff. And some of the stuff I don't even remember. I was um, a little disappointed because there wasn't much 3DO stuff. There was barely any. There was like one vendor who had 2 boxed games, Super Wing Commander and Killing Time. Both were in shit condition. The rest were in just like fucking jewel cases, which doesn't interest me. I need. And Turbo Graphics, there was very limited selection. It was either your garbage sports titles, and there was one vendor who had like all the fucking rare games. Like this store had like fucking all the rare games for all the rare systems, but like pricing them at twice as much. Like Contra Hardcore cartridge only was going for like $100. Like, dude, you can get a complete copy on eBay for like 60. Why the fuck would anyone pay $100 for cart only? But whatever. That's besides the point. With that out of the way, let's look at the shit I bought, because this is gonna be kind of new for the both of us, because I don't remember everything that I bought. First off is Walking Dead Survival Instinct for the PS3. $2. $2. Complete. Not a great game. I mean, this game's like 4 hours long, but at the same time, I usually would prefer the PC copy, but this game never goes on sale on Steam. So, I'm not paying $40 just to hear Norman Reedus and Merle, like, shit talk each other for like 3 hours. So yeah, I'll get the PS3 copy for $2. And something else I was actually looking for, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. This was like $7, which is usually the going rate for this game. It's not like a steal or anything, but it's one of the few Mortal Kombat games that I have not played. Then we got Evil Dead, A Fistful of Boomstick for the PlayStation 2. This was $9. Bruce Campbell voices Ash, of course. It's not a great game. Actually, none of the Evil Dead games are great, but I'm glad to have this. Then we have Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. I got this because it was $7, and because my girlfriend and I are actually playing through the other one. What's that one called? Dark Side Chronicles, yeah. Which is pretty awesome for the Wii, because you have the whole gun and everything. And you actually have good voice acting, which isn't really something you get in Resident Evil games. And she's actually enjoying it, which is great. She's not really a gamer, but, having a light gun and the nunchuck to reload, it's a pretty simple control scheme. She's liking it, or at least she says. I hope she is. And I hope we'll finish it, within the next few weeks. And after we finish that, we can probably play this one, because it's like the same thing. Except I assume takes place at a different time and stuff. Then we have Cell Damage for the Xbox. I actually don't know what the hell this game is. This was $5. I don't know. Looks cell shaded. That's all I can tell you. Picked up Reign of Fire for the PS2. This was $3. This was a bad movie. I never knew they made a game about it. But what's pretty cool is inside the manual, like the original owner actually kept this printout of this thing. So if you like mail this in, you could have gotten like a $5 discount on the DVD of this terrible fucking movie. Which is, I mean, stuff like that is pretty nice to have to see where the games came from and all that stuff. So that's kind of cool. Then I got Catwoman for the PS2. This was also like $3. Terrible movie. Actually, I never saw the movie, but I assume it's terrible. Halle Berry is in it, but the voice actress is actually Jennifer Hale. But yeah, just okay. This was Marvel Superhero Squad. This was $1. There was one vendor who was selling stuff without manuals, but had the box and the game disc for $1. And I managed to pick up True Crime Streets of LA from the same vendor, which is pretty cool. This is a pretty good game. Well, at least from what I heard, I haven't played it, to be honest, but excited to have this. And 2 more from the same vendor, including Conflict Desert Storm, also for the PS2. I don't know what this is. I just got it because, you know, in the bin there was a whole bunch of sports titles, and I was just picking out stuff that wasn't sports titles, because you know me. And then there was actually Need for Speed Most Wanted, which is actually came with a manual. So for $1, fuck yeah, I'll take that. Another vendor picked up Big Mother Truckers Complete PS2 for $5. Hell yeah, I'll take that. Not a great game, a pretty short one, but I'll fucking take it. And then, here we go. We got a Sega CD game, Tomcat Alley. It's not great, but it was $5 complete in this awful fucking long box Sega CD case. Took it along with Stellar Fire. This one was also $5. And hell yeah, I see Sega CD games for cheap. I'll take them. There's a few exceptions that I'll make. Very few exceptions. But for the most part, I will fucking take them when I see anything Sega CD or Sega Saturn at that price point. Alright, now here we have some more fucking games. Some of these might actually be interesting. Let me put the stuff that's not interesting aside. Alright. Picked up a few PS1 games. Here we have G-Police. This was $8. I actually have this on... I bought this on PC back in like 96 or 97 when it came out. I still have a copy somewhere. I actually never knew this came out on PS1. I haven't played it since I was a kid, so I don't even fucking remember if this is a good game or not. But, you know, for $8, 2 CD PS1 game, I'll fucking take it. We got Siphon Filter 2, which I did have when I was younger. I bought this when I had a PS2. Because PS1 games were obviously cheaper than PS2 games, and PS2 is obviously backwards compatible to PS1. So I bought a bunch of like PS1 games at the time, including Siphon Filter 2. This was $5 because this case is cracked, and I don't care. I mean, it's complete. It even has the fucking join the PlayStation Underground. $5. This is a fucking steal, dude. Because you can always just get another fucking double disc thing and just replace it. I mean, this is great. And I got Wing Commander 4. As you can probably tell by seeing this in the background, I'm a huge fucking Wing Commander fan. Huge fan of Mark Hamill. These Wing Commander games are just fucking great. So, Wing Commander 4, this one ran me $10, which is still dirt fucking cheap. It's a 4-disc game. And yeah, I haven't played this one, to be honest. I've played the first Wing Commander. I played Wing Commander 3. Did not play the second or the fourth one, which is this. But yeah, I'm really happy to have this. Now, as I've kind of separated some stuff here, we're kind of gonna get into the more obscure territory. Um, Dreamcast. Got Crazy Taxi, finally. I thought I owned this. Apparently I didn't. But I'm glad to have this for fucking 10 bucks. It's a great fucking game. A lot of other vendors were trying to charge this for like 20, 25 bucks or something. Same vendor got a copy of Evolution. This is one of the few RPGs on the system. Also 10 bucks. Was about to buy this for like 25 on eBay just about a week ago. So it was pretty awesome seeing this there. Then we got Ready to Rumble 2. 10 bucks. It's a pretty cool boxing game. I believe you can make your own character. I mean, I played a burned copy of this, and yeah, you can make your own character in this. It's a really good game. South Park, Chef's Love Shack. Never played this, but it was 7 bucks. Why not? And UFC Ultimate Fighting Championship, $4 because just to have more Dreamcast games. And now we're getting into the final territory here. Got a cartridge of Sonic and Knuckles for 10 bucks. Cartridge only, but that's fine. Because I also got, oh fuck, where the hell is it? Sonic 3 from the same vendor. And I was surprised that I was actually missing Sonic 3. I didn't realize that I only had physical copies of Sonic 1 and 2. And that, I played Sonic 3. I played Sonic and Knuckles through Sonic 3 and through the rest of the Sonic games. That was through Sonic Jam for the Saturn. But to have these originals on the Sega Genesis for these cheap prices, that was awesome. That means a lot to me. The other stuff that I picked up would be Road Rash 2 Complete for $10 fucking dollars. It even comes with this registration thing. Free stuff. Return this card to receive full customer support and to get regular information about our products. I just paid $5 to get like a copy of Road Rash 2 loose, literally about a week ago. Seeing this here at this convention, especially when other sellers were selling the same loose cart for like 15-20 bucks, getting this complete for 10, that's pretty fucking awesome. And I fucking love Road Rash, so that's amazing, just that by itself. Got Mortal Kombat 3 for the Sega Genesis, also complete. I had this for the Super Nintendo when I was a kid. I know the Genesis version, the colors aren't so great because limited color palette, but whatever. This was 10 bucks. And there's Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition, also complete for the Sega Genesis. I know the port isn't all that great. I mean, one of the few great console ports of Street Fighter 2 is actually the fucking 3DO version. And lastly, this I was so fucking surprised to see, dude. Afterburner for the Master System. For fucking $5, dude. $5. I love this game. I love the Sega Master System. I mean, I love Sega in general, but getting this, complete for $5, that's pretty fucking sweet. So that's all the games that I got here. There's a lot more that I picked up compared to Long Island, but spent less. I mean, I spent around the same amount of money, which isn't really an issue. It's just here there was just more of this like cheap stuff available. I mean, they didn't have the stuff I was really looking for, but they still had stuff I was interested in. So that was that. So yeah, folks, thanks for watching this video. Take care.